Stone Cold. Hey guys, Stone Cold Science here. Here to talk to you guys today about our good friend, the gummy bear. Do you guys know what the gummy bear is made of? Mainly made of something that we call sugar, but in the science world we like to call it sucrose. Sucrose is a combination of carbon. You got 12 carbon, you got 22 hydrogen, and you got 11 oxygen, okay? And that's the symbol for it. Now, when you guys eat a gummy bear, what is it that kills the gummy bear? Is it your teeth from chomping on it? No, even though that probably gives it a little pain. What it's dying from, and eventually will die from, are the acids that are in our stomachs. Okay, everybody knows that we have stomach acids. We get these acids through different foods, and they pass through. Some turn into sugars, go to our different, through our veins to different cells. But in this case, the gummy bear, really when it gets broken down by that acid, it just, all it does is releases the sugar, and that sugar travels through our body, because that's all it's really made of, okay? And so when we introduce, and that's what we got here, a couple gummy bears. And I got this little bottle here, and this is called potassium chlorate, okay? Let me talk to you guys a little bit about it. It's obviously a solid, okay? There's three types of matter, of course: solid, liquid, and gas. And today I'm going to show you how a solid can turn into a liquid, into a gas, and you'll get to actually see three types of matter happening at once. So what is potassium chlorate? Well, you might know it from, we find them in, potassium obviously you find in bananas. You got chlorine and you got oxygen. Those are your three elements that combine to make potassium chlorate, which is a white powder, okay? It has several uses. Actually, back in the old days, they would use it to treat pneumonia and gas poisoning. These days, you guys are probably familiar with seeing a lot more of it in fireworks, okay? They use it for agriculture. Lots of different uses, but we don't care about all that. What we won't care about is what the heck happens when the two meet up. Now, obviously, nothing's going to happen unless we create a catalyst or get some sort of reaction going. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put this little candle underneath my, I don't know, it's like a candle holder, and I'm going to move my gummy bears. Get out of there, you. Get out of there, you. And inside there, what I'm doing is I'm just heating up there. The bottom at the beaker is what's in here, what we started with, the potassium chlorate. And again, it's a crystalline. Let me see if I can grab it before. Oh, a little drop there. It's okay. Relight that. Science isn't always perfect, guys, and I normally will edit that out, but I do want the kids to say, hey, it's all right to make a mistake. We all make them. But the purpose of the candle is just to heat up that thing. But I was trying to take this down just to let you take a good look in here. And as you can see, there's your potassium chlorate, and it is a white, like I said, a white crystalline powder. But what I'm going to do is, maybe I'll wait a minute and let that little guy heat up. That's just a candle holder. And what we're hoping for is when we get this guy heated up, we want to turn it from a solid right now into a liquid. Now, once that happens, you're going to get to a temperature, I would guesstimate maybe between 270, 300. I tell the kids about turkey temperature, okay? About the temperature it would take to cook and eat your turkey at Thanksgiving, okay? Now, what that reaction will do, and if it takes too long, I can always speed it up. Let's find out what happens. But what it will happen is that all the molecules will have this humongous party and go crazy, and they will break down and they will turn into a liquid. Now, the real question, though, is our friend, the gummy bears. Okay, and we talked earlier about these guys. What do you guys think's going to happen? What do you think will happen when I just have these guys drop down into a nice bath of 300-degree potassium chlorate? Well, there's lots of videos on the internet, and what you're going to see, guys, the way I describe it, it's like you get to see a mini solar eclipse. You're going to see this oxygen get released, okay? And all the sugar that's inside of these gummy bears, once it hits that temperature of that potassium chlorate, all this oxygen is going to explode. But that's not the cool part, and that's where you're going to get to see the gas. You're going to see these awesome gases come out. The cool part, though, guys, is the color. Wait till you see what's going to happen. Can you guess how 3 gummy bears here, green, red, and yellow, are going to somehow simulate a solar eclipse? Any ideas? Think about that for a second. And it's taken a little longer. Let me see how our beaker is. And let me look. Oh, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put a glove on, okay? And I'm going to heat this beaker up with the flamethrower, which takes only a few seconds. And I'll do it off camera. You'll hear it heating up. And I'll put it right back so you can see. Let's see if I can get this. Let me come around to the other side so you can see what I'm up to here. Okay. So I'm just going to heat this guy up. Again, don't try this stuff at home, guys. I know what I'm doing. I'm doing this a long time. But what I'm doing again is heating up that potassium chlorate. And it's starting. I'll let you take a look before it happens. Okay, it's still a solid. You can see it shaking around. But eventually it's going to get to a temperature that is going to liquefy it and turn it from a solid into a liquid. Now, usually this temperature from the torch, it takes a few minutes. And of course I have my glove on here. You don't want to touch glass, heating up at this temperature, or play with fire, okay? So I'm going to heat it up, and I'd say another 30 seconds or so. I'll fast forward this later so you don't have to fall asleep. The next time you see it, you'll see a nice pool of potassium for our friends, the gummies, to dive into. We're almost there. I'll bring it to you so you can see. You can see it now, hopefully. I don't know how the angle is on the camera, but it's starting to liquefy now. And we are turning a matter into another form of matter, a solid into a liquid. So you're saying, well, where's the gas? I promised you 3 types of matter here, and that's true. And there is gas in there. You don't see it yet, but obviously any kind of liquid that's being heated will produce a steam. But you really want to see it. Well, that will get produced once we introduce our sucrose, or our gummy bear, to the mix. So we're just about ready. I'm just finishing up the last little pieces. And here we go. Are you ready, guys? I'm going to carefully put that back. Okay? And now, let's let the fun begin.